My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2, and I'm questioning you guys some serious things. I want to know, would you like me to do a 30-minute one-man show about random things that affect my life, random things that I say at random to just make you guys get a little dose of reality? Because looking at the world at 42 is a whole lot different than looking at the world at each of you guys' individual ages. There might be somebody out here who's 17 or 18. I would prefer not to have anybody younger than that watching my stuff because of my foul language, and I don't want them to go, "Hey, mom, if it's cool for James Williams Jr. to say motherfucker, dick, pussy, and snot, I can say it too." Not cool. I unfortunately come from a family of cussers. My late Uncle Bruce cussed like a sailor. Of course, he worked at the shipyard with a bunch of sailors. My dad was not a cusser. All my uncles on my mom's side, they cuss. I only have 2 uncles left on my dad's side, and I haven't really spent enough time with my newest Uncle Bryson to find out if he's a cusser. And I don't know if my Uncle Robert Henry cusses because he's in Alabama and I haven't been able to get money to go see him. So, henceforth, when you don't have money, you can't travel anywhere. And you can't travel anywhere, you can't get to people in your family when they're spread out. Okay, I only take responsibility for the shit that comes out of my mouth. So, to be honest, I do have diarrhea of the mouth, and I would prefer little kids to only watch my kung fu movies and none of these videos. If you're under 18, or if you're, well, that's not even really that, but if you're like 14 or 15 and stuff like that, 15 is fine, 16 is okay, but anything under 15, these really aren't for you, because my mouth is like filthy. I have diarrhea of the mouth, and I apologize to any parents who don't know that their kids are watching me, and they probably shouldn't be watching anything outside of my kung fu movies, because of my kung fu movies, I think only one of them has cussing, because my dad really jumped down my ass about cussing in films. So I'm trying to limit my movies to maybe the word damn or shit, because those aren't really that bad. And if you're a parent and you don't know that your kid says damn or shit, or possibly even my possible favorite, which is fuck, then you need to get up to speed and be tracking that, because sometimes I've been cussing since I was like 8 years old, maybe younger. Since I can read at 3, I probably was cussing at 3 too, and they probably would just like ignore it and it'll go away because he doesn't know what he's saying and he'll stop saying it. Okay, sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on the brain capacity of the individual saying it and the age of the individual saying it. So if it's a boy or if it's a girl, eventually they'll stop, or you're gonna have to pop them in the mouth. Which goes to a story about my father and my Aunt Mara. Both of them are resting in heaven now, probably looking down, laughing at me, and saying, "We're watching you, James." So my aunt used to make me do Eddie Murphy comedy, and I used to do one about the big ashy West Indian feet and everything. So one day my dad came home from work, and somehow or another I got on this phrase, "to start with." Now in the country it don't sound like "to start with." It says "to start with, to start with, to start with." And I've probably told you guys this before, so if you double back on some of my videos, you probably find it. Well, my Aunt Myrrh had me outside doing all this comedy shit. Talking about some "the start with, the motherfucker start with." Here comes Dad. Dad had a real bad day working at the plant in Smithville, Virginia. And here's little individual James not paying attention to what the fuck he's doing. Just start running off at the mouth. And then he shut my mouth. Backhand, baby! So we're talking, he's sitting down, and Murr's saying something to me, and before my dad got there, "We're not going to tell you, Dad. We're not going to tell you, Dad." Of course they weren't going to tell my dad, because they gave me just enough rope to hang my fucking self. So what happened was, I'm talking, and my dad kept telling me to be quiet. And I was like, and then he called me Jimmy. And I never really go by Jimmy, and I don't like going by Jonah. I prefer to go by James. If you call me Jimmy or Jonah, you might be picking your teeth up off the fucking ground. So he goes, "Jimmy, I'm going to tell you one more time to shut up." And he had went from "be quiet" to "shut up." And I, being the dumb little individual that I was, at 131 B Street, Started talking back. To start with, the motherfucking start with. My name is not Jimmy. My name is James. To start with. Boop. Mouth said, oh. Lips sucked on in. One little tear ran down my eye. Because my dad had never beat my ass before that time. But that day right there, I found his limit. And that wasn't the only time that I found my dad's limit, but that was the only time I seriously paid for it. So I used to play with these G.I. Joes. I'm sure you're wondering, what the fuck is a G.I. Joe? Let's see, do I have one somewhere in here? No, I do not. I have a broken drawer, but no G.I. Joe. So, anyway, I was playing with G.I. Joe, me and my friend Lloyd Robinson, and we would be making all the gun shooting noise. Now, my dad's like way in the back of the house, and he had like ears of the wolf and shit, because he could hear this shit over top of his TV and whatever else was going on in there. He could hear these little laser flash ring. He'd come down the hallway. Jimmy, you and Lloyd gotta cut that shit out, because he has bad nerves. And he would say, I have bad nerves. If you two gotta play something, can't y'all like make the fist punching noises, you know, like with your fist, you know, do this or do that, but don't do this. So we like, okay, Dad. He going back down the hallway. By the time his ass hit the bed that he sat on, we were back at it again. He come right back down that damn hallway. Just as quick as he went down the hallway, he was right back. Didn't I just tell y'all to stop making that damn noise? Y'all do that shit one more time, and y'all's getting the hell out this house. Okay, Dad. And again, before he got his ass, you know how you like almost comfortable, almost. Yeah, it was like that. As soon as he got, he'd come back down there. Get out. Both of y'all get out of my house right now. Take all these G.I. Joes and go play in the backyard or go play over at Lloyd's grandma's house. But get out right now. So we packed up all our Joes and we went over to Lloyd's grandma's house, played in the backyard, which was kind of funny because Dad's room was like across from her front yard, and he came outside in this little towel thingy. I still have one. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's like a wrap, but it's like for dudes or whatever. And he goes, either I got the sharpest ears on the planet, or y'all is just extremely loud. Y'all need to turn that shit down. So eventually we packed up our Joes and just started like doing other things. And so that pretty much was the end of that. So if you guys like that, let me know if you think I should give you guys like one-man shows about my dad and ass whoopings and shit like that, because I've got the stories. I'm 42. Believe me, I have stories. So anyway, my name is James Williams Jr. This is Comfortably Happy Too. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Peace out.